Yo, what is up, guys? Brother Yugioh coming at you guys with another video. And today I'm going to have a gameplay video of me playing the Dracotail Canine deck that I piloted at the forward regionals last week. Playing against Yummy. I see a lot of people in my comment section and a lot of people like on Facebook in the Dracotail group asking about the Yummy matchup. Apparently it's like a bit of a struggle for you guys out there. And Yummy is tough, it's a very good deck. I personally feel like Dracotail has a very good matchup into it. So I'm going to show you guys this gameplay, how I play things, my thought process behind my plays, and especially this first game that I'm going to show you. I think it'll help you guys out a lot. If you guys have any questions about it or any more of my thought process about it after the video, please leave it in the comment section. But here we go. I'll start with Fool, 5 mana, Jokel, Horn, and Release. He has double Imperm, Stop It, Perulia, Fool, and Cupsy. Double Imperm, Cupsy's pretty good. He's going first. The Fool, at least, is pretty dead. So let's get it. He drops Perulia on his turn. Very common thing in this format. With Vanquish Soul Canine running around. They summon from the hand a lot on your turn. So just a way to keep it at bay or plus off of it if they do decide they want to interrupt you in that fashion. No summon Cupsy as surprise. We don't have any interrupts right now except for this Fool. Fool is very, very good against Yummy. So if you open it, or you draw it as a 6 card going into Yummy, it's really good. He makes his Snatchy. I get to draw one. He has his minion there. Now, Afamina now is set up for the bounce, but I don't do it because we know for a fact he has a way to play through it with a surprise. So if I go Famina, Fuse, Bounce, he just goes surprise, summon back the Cupsy, make Snatchy again, and then he's right back where he is. He used minion to bring back the Yummy, so we're not gonna do it. Minion effect. So we just let him play into this Fualos as much as he wants to. There's another draw. We draw a second trap card, which is not good. Literally 3 bricks in our hand that like we don't want to draw. Hey, it happens sometimes. He has his guys. Really good thing about the Cups of Yummy, you can discard dead cards like Fua. Summons his guys. Sets 3. Passes turn. The surprise and double imperm. We draw Pan for turn, which is a very, very good draw. So we go main phase. I think here about whether or not I want to just straight up Famina Fuse, or if I want to normal summon Lucius first to add Urgula, which I do end up with normal summoning Lucius to add Urgula. He goes his synchro effect to bounce back. He goes chain the Imperm, and this is where we chain 5 mana, get a little bit of value by trading into this Imperm, or by dodging this Imperm here. So we fuse away our Pan. And I thought for a second, I was trying to figure out if I want to summon Gulamel or Lion. I decided on Gulamel because I plan on setting a Rahu Dracotail for my deck, and that's going to allow me to fuse using 2 monsters in hand instead of the one that I used in this shooting summon with Gulamel. So I want to get more value off my line in that way. I want to be able to disrupt something on their side of the board and add back a piece of material for me, which is why I decided to go Gulamel here. So he summons back his guys. What is that? What am I looking for? Lucius as Lulu here. I decided to add the Lulu here. His Cupsy triggers, my guy's trigger. No, I'm not really sure why he decided he wanted to fuse here, because he's not going to get any value off this Cupsy on me because my Pan's just going to pop it. Draws into engage off of his Cupsy. And I said Ketu and Rahu. And Pan pops his Synchro Monster. Yep. So here's his surprise. And we see that he only has one Snatchy in the graveyard, and that's it's more likely what he's going to bring back, either that or the Synchro. But I feel like at this point, with us having Lulu in hand, his board is checkmated, because once I fuse with the Snatchy on board, once I fuse away with this Lulu, There's not much he's gonna be able to do to dodge. He can't dodge the negation effect. Summons this Snatchy. Use Snatchy effect to summon Lolipo. Bring back his Synchro. Brings back Yummy. Is Lolipo the regular one? So I activate my catch Dracotail. He triggers his guy to bounce back. Doesn't matter. Brings back his Cookie, which is all fine. We had Urgula to address this last back row. So we fuse away our Urgula and our pan. Now we go Lion because we got the fuse using two monsters in hand, like I said earlier. So my chain link, line one, target my Famina and his Snatchy. I noticed Lulu's gonna resolve, right? So I target his Snatchy to force it out. I want to use it. I want him to use the effect so that I just negate the synchro monster. He goes Cookie Yummy, target Gula Metal Pop, which is fine. Like we're super okay with this because we have Pain in Graveyard. And he changed his Snatchy to Fuse. And he changed Imperm to my Lion, which is fine at this point. Like the only effect we truly care about is this Lulu negate. So he fuses into Cookie, pops my Gulamel. I set another Rahu Dracotail because I have both the traps. And I set Ketu for follow up. Now, on a new chain, I activate Pan. Now, he does quit after this. I mean, not quit, admit defeat after this. But the line of play was going to be Lulu negated his Cookie, by the way. The line of play was going to be summon back just one of these bodies. And I was going to make SP with the body I brought back to banish this from graveyard to make it really, really tough for him. Like, at this point, Yummy, if you banish this field spell, like it's kind of rough. They can't get over your big guys. So I was gonna make SP Little Knight, and then when I made SP, that was gonna trigger my Gulamel to summon back because there was gonna be two monsters that came back from the graveyard. And then from there, I was gonna activate this Rahu. Rahu's gonna be training one. I see he has nothing to change, so Gulamel's gonna be training two to pop another monster. Then I was gonna fuse probably into another. I'm not sure, but just to get the body there. Then I set my two traps, and that's pretty much that was going to be pretty much a game anyway. It's probably admitted defeat. All right, moving on to game two. Pretty big misplay on my part here in game two, I believe. As my hand is Fenrir, Famina, and these three bricks. Again, like just unfortunate. His hand is Yummy. I keep saying Yummy. Cookie Yummy, Engage, Obedient School, Imperm, and Cupsy. This hand is super good for going first. He decides to start with Obedient School, which I'm not gonna lie, if I kind of prefer my opponent to start with Obedient School because it locks them into beast, so you're not gonna have to deal with a herald. At least on for the first turn. But we just fast forward through this. I don't have I don't have nothing for him. I have no interruptions for this man. That's this guy, his Cupsy. He's gonna discard his Cookie, I believe. Yep. No, he discards the Cupsies. That's a surprise. Just normal, Yummy things. Just Snatchy. So he's this is his board he decides to end on. Set surprise, set imperm. Pass turn. Now we draw Nib, which isn't the worst six card against Yummy. Granted, I would have loved this card in my hand because you just if they start with Obedient School, you have Nib. You literally just wait to the end. Hold on, stop playing. You literally just wait to the end of their combo and you nib them because they can't make Herald and they're not gonna be able to change their token to a Link Spider because they're gonna be locked in the Beast. So we summon our Fenrir here. And we're in a really like weird spot because like I have this nib, but I don't have the cards to force him to summon or force out his interactions. So I summon Fenrir here. I go Fenrir effective search. He changed his synchro to tag out, and then Chainlink to Imperm, which is very very rough. So I'm just kind of here stuck. I'm gonna set my 3 cards. Set this one as a bluff. Only 2 real ones. We do have both trap cards here, which is something. And I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna put out my misplay when it comes up. Use his minion effect to summon back. I don't use the flame on it here because I need to use it in the battle phase. I need him to go battle phase. Because if I use it there, he just continues to play, and like the flame doesn't get a lot of value. So on tag declaration, I activate flame targeting his field spell. Yeah, he activates the 3rd effect of surprise to bounce it back, which is cool. Good play on his part to prevent me from drawing at least. He does still lose his monster, but he has so much, it doesn't really matter. So he makes SP, target my Fenrir. And here I decide to bounce back my Fenrir with the horn. 1, so I don't lose it to just nothing. And 2, so I can put back my trap card and draw. And try to draw it to a Dracotail monster. So I can have some sort of interaction. Because right now it's tough. We're struggling for engine and we draw a 2nd Fenrir. Exactly what we need. So now my biggest hope is that he messes up into this nip. There's Marshall Metal Marcher. And boom. I believe this is my misplay here. I didn't realize that all 3 of his snatchies were in the graveyard. So I was holding off on this nib because I didn't want him to chain SP and free up his extra monster zone so he can make another snatchy. Like this is a complete misplay on my part. Like I have to know that that's not even an option for him at this point because his 3 snatches are in the graveyard. And also he's threatening a herald right now. So I feel like I have to drop this nib. Did I believe that's 5 summons, I think. Right? Synchro, whatever. I know it's close. I know it's super close. This is what 1. He brought 1 back, 2, 3. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure. There's another summon here. I don't know for a fact I need to drop this nib. He puts back my trap card, which I don't think is correct. I don't think you want to recycle those for me. So here he makes a herald, and again I'm still going with the thought that he has a snatchy to make, and he doesn't. I need to drop this rock, and he makes the 2nd herald here. So now I know this game's over. I just kind of gonna have to put my opponent on mess up. So he sets his cards in the main. I attempt to nib, really hoping that he uses Arclight to negate it, which would be the wrong thing to do. But he does the right thing, changes SP, banishing both of his Arclights, and then after this nib, he just pops off some more. That is effectively the end of the game. So going on to game 3. All right, moving on to game 3, boys. We open up Ash, Rahu, Ketu, Famina, and Lucius. He opens Imperm, Fua, Double Bestial, Yummy. I'm not sure if he's like unfamiliar with the matchup. I would be pretty confident in saying that he's not main decking these, but he could be. Yummies are lights. Yummy is pretty popular right now, but as far as our hand goes, it's pretty sick. Pretty sick going first. Only thing they can make it better is maybe access to the canine engine, but like it's who cares? This hand's nice. But here we go. Normal summon Lucius. He changed Imperm. So initially I was gonna go for the board that ended on the seals, but this Imperm changes that. But that's fine. We don't change five men or anything. We have Ketu here. I guess I misspoke. The imperm does not change that with me being able having this cat tool, being able to add whatever I was going to add anyway. So we add the Urgler anyway. We activate our Famina. Famina is going to attempt to fuse this Urgler and this Ash, but he changed full. So we chain. So we Ash the full. Now we don't. Now we don't go for seals, but it's okay. We still get to our normal regular board. Summon Lion. Lion's going to add back. I really want to add back this Ash. That's what I was thinking about when I put the little guy up. I really want to add back this Ash, but if I added back the Ash, I wouldn't have been able to um, end with the 5 mana in hand. So I add back the 5 mana, activate a Rahu Dracotail. Use the one on field and not the one in hand. If I use the one in hand, then he knows for a fact that 5 mana is the only card I have in hand. So I don't want to telegraph that if this 5 mana is like live or not. So I'll keep this in hand just to make him think about it a little bit. Activate Rahu, dump 5 mana, dump Lulu since that's the name we haven't used to set. Set our other trap. Use Urgler to add back our 5 mana. And we pass. This is the most regular Dracotail board of all time. Doesn't get more Dracotail than this. In face, he uses Jules Worm, that banish Lulu, which is fine. We don't really care that much. He draws Perulia for turn, which is not great. Perulia isn't great into Dracotail cards just in general. You know so much Perulia. Now I know that almost every Yummy deck I've seen is on Almirage. So, in order to avoid that, we go ahead and train our horn to bounce it. Put back our Ketu. We draw Strike. Not a great card. Not helping us right now. He decides to go battle phase. Crash into like Gulamel. That's fine. That is A-okay. And he passes turn. Yeah, a very unfortunate hand for our opponent here. But then we just kind of clean it up. He activates Perulia. I don't even ask you. Like, I don't care. Activate the Ketu in hand. The Rahu in hand. Use Fema and Urgler again. Summon our Arthur Lion. And he admits defeat. He does have the Magnum to try to block, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. These two guys are gonna set. Gulamel is gonna come back. I'm just gonna set the Ketu, and then if Magnum is on board, I just activate Ketu, training one. Gulamel trailing two, pop the Magma, and that'll be game. But hopefully this helped you guys out in your Yummy matchup. I will have more gameplay versus like the relevant meta decks. I have more Yummy matchups for you guys, but especially that first game. Really pay attention to that first game and how I went, how I navigated through that first board is. And I hope this helps out. And if it does, leave a like. Make sure you guys comment your questions. Subscribe. I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me on the channel here recently. And with that being said, this is Bravo Yugioh signing off.